Strategy 1. Harpoon Strike. First, go MCON, and then fire a salvo of harpoons in the general direction of the enemy. The enemy usually does not retaliate, allowing you to pretty much wipe them out for free. Then deal with the MiG-23 flight in your own time. Now, most folks watching this will be pretty unhappy with this first strat, just because it's a very meta play. So here's the other way you can go about doing it. Strategy 2. The bait and switch. Pretty much all of the scenarios in Seapower are all scripted, meaning the AI doesn't actually think or react to your actions. In this scenario, the MiG flight is scripted to fly to just in front of your fleet, thereby forcing you to do one of three things. Either engage the MiGs, which will give away your position, letting the enemy fire off their anti-ship missiles, or you can let them fly over and then you get hit by the MiGs anti-ship missiles. The third option is the one which we choose here, which is to just avoid triggering the MiG flight script by just going full speed south to avoid them. After we pull off this maneuver, we are then free to reposition our fleet to try and engage the enemy missile boats. Now here's the interesting thing. If you try to play the scenario realistically, meaning you wait till your sensors tell you where the enemy is, you will pretty much fail 90% of the time. The enemy anti-ship missiles will only get detected when they are just outside the minimum range of your standard missiles, making defending yourself almost impossible. But if you avoid the initial engagement, as outlined in this strategy according to the script, something very interesting happens. The detection range of the anti-ship missiles launched by the enemy missile boats suddenly jumps all the way out to about 4 to 5 nautical miles, which gives you a very good chance of defending your fleet with your standard missiles and your Sea Whiz systems. This means you have a really good chance at completing the mission following the rules of engagement that are set out in the briefing. Another thing I observed is that your surface search radar is able to detect the enemy missile boats further away if you avoid the initial engagement according to the script. Now, I have no rational explanation as to why the fleet sensors perform differently according to the time of the engagement in the scenario. My only theory is that the whole scenario is so heavily scripted as to make losing several ships straight off the bat on purpose, which is why I led this video with the Harpoon Strike strategy. If the scenario is designed to be unfair, then I've got no problem providing an unfair solution. I have tested each strategy and each approach multiple times, and it's very easy to replicate these outcomes that I described. If anyone can rationally explain why the fleet cannot detect the enemy missiles at the start of the mission, but they can later on at further ranges, then please let me know.